Good morning, everyone. I'm Jan Houston, owner of the Artsy Fartsy Gallery. I'm a full-time independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Canmore, Alberta, Canada. Welcome to the Creative Escape. So this morning I have a fun fold that we're going to try out here. I've never made this. I've got it all cut, all prepped. I watched some videos, so we'll see if it actually comes together well. I don't think it's going to be that difficult, which is kind of exciting because, I like easy, but kind of looks like you put in a little bit of effort, a little bit more effort than you say you would for just a normal card, right? This week also I'm focusing on a full week of Stampin' Up! Greens, and so every day I'm going to be showcasing something and showing some color combos with all of the Stampin' Up! Greens right now. So today's green is going to be garden green, and so I'm going to show you some designer series paper that matches with garden green in our fancy folds. So I'm excited to get rolling. I know that when you pop on, please say hello, tell us where you're from, tell me how your weekend went, whatever. We like to chit chat back and forth on here. Yeah, but just before we get started here, I want to show off some beautiful cards that I got in the mail recently. So this was a lady back in Manitoba was having some, I believe it was her husband, was having a lot of health difficulties, and so I just sent a card to say, you know what, thinking of you, praying for you, that kind of thing. Because just a little something, knowing that you're kind of not alone is such an important, I don't know, it just helps, right? And so she sent back a thank you card, which is, how sweet is that? Hello, Kathy from Saskatoon, and Kim, good morning. Jennifer, good morning. And Janelle too, good. Oh, so many nice people popping on. That's awesome. So, can you guess who this is from? Yeah, decorative envelope with words and whatnot. So Kevin saw this and he's like, oh, he actually did that. He's like, wow. And I said, can you guess who this is from? And so he guessed Lori. So Lori, this is your card. Grab a drink here. Hi, Jean. Nice to see you. I'm glad you made it. Remember these alphabet dies? I will not be getting rid of mine because they are so handy. But I had never thought of this. How about, embossing the paper and then cutting out the letters from that? Isn't that fun? So beautiful. This was that rosy paper. I forget what the exact name was, but anyways, hi Lois and Lisa and Karma and Roz and Evelyn. Oh, awesome. So happy to see you guys on here today. On this Monday morning, everything seems so dismal and, with the virus stuff and all the closures and everything. So we need to keep hanging in there and keep, getting together and chit-chatting. And even though we are kind of isolated, physically, we don't have to, thank goodness for Facebook, right? And thank goodness for the computer, we can still reach out and connect with each other that way. I know in one of my weight loss classes, they were talking about mental health. Everything is rosy. Thank you. Hi, Lori. I don't think I've met you. Welcome. Nice to see you. They were kind of talking about social isolation equates to smoking 12 cigarettes a day. That's the impact of being isolated, not having friends to go to out on a regular basis kind of thing. That's how detrimental it is to you. It's similar to smoking 12 cigarettes a day. And that really kind of impacted me. And that is just another reason why I love to send cards, because it's kind of it not only does it brighten someone's day right off the hop, right? You know they're going to open it and they're going to smile, right? Changes the outlook of your day, changes your mood, changes just your knowing that you have somebody out there, right? That has thought about you, that thinks you're important enough to send a card to. And so now, with this social isolation business, I think it's even more important that we continue to, reach out to each other and keep each other's spirits up, right? We're together. We're together. Hooray! Just scored 2 packs of toilet paper and a can of formula for Gwen. Oh, I suppose that is hard too. I didn't even think of that. Can you imagine the residents of nursing homes? I know that, and I think about Kathy with that her husband is in the hospital and can't go visit, and she's very, as would anyone, be super upset about that. So yeah, no wonder those isolated due to health issues have depression. Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree. The whole thing is a bit scary. Not the illness as much as the economic backlash. Yes. Yes. So, hello, Mary Ellen. Hello, Ruby, too. Nice to see you, too. All right. So, today's green, I don't know if you heard at the very beginning, but is garden green. I did that poll the other day and asked, like, what's your favorite color of green? And I must say that not many people chose garden green. And it's one of those colors that's in the back, in my cupboard here of colors, but I have to admit, I don't use it very often. And so I got it out to play with. I also got out checked out the designer series paper that have garden green in it, so we're going to use that today. And I don't know if you've made this before, but now some places aren't taking mail. Are you serious? Wowzers. I suppose, hey? Goodness. I'm sending out cards to residents. Awesome. I think that's, do it until it says no. I don't know. And the crazy things people are doing. Yes, I agree. It's a little over the top. And hello, Natasha. Nice to see you. So garden green. We are going to incorporate garden green today in a W fold card. So give me some hearts if you have made a W fold card. I personally have not. I watched some videos. I got all the measurements. I did all the cutting. We are like gosh darn toilet paper. Yes. So we are going to work away at this, and maybe one of these cards will inspire you to make a card for someone today. All right, so here are the measurements. Let me show you here. First off, we need a card base, and so I'm going to use cardstock. We're folding it the Lisa Harden way, so 4.5 by 11. You fold it in half. Cardstock. I'm using the same color as the card base, but you don't have to. At measuring 1 3/4 by 11, and so you're going to score it on 3 spots: 2 3/4, 5.5, and 8 1/4. I can show you all this again, and of course all these measurements will be on my blog later on today. So if you don't get this written down, not a problem, no worries. And so now we're going to make some little panels for the inside of our W card. I'm going to use some cardstock, but you could use designer series paper. You could use different things, I suppose. You're going to need 4 pieces, measuring 2 1/4 by 2 3/4. You'll need some cardstock and or designer series paper. 4 pieces in total, so I'm going to say. So number 4 and number 5 can be lumped together. They can be separate, or they can be together, whichever. And so anyways, you're going to need 4 pieces, measuring at 2 by 2.5. You're going to need some cardstock that's light. Did you pick your top special for today with all the greens? No. No, I actually went in alphabetical order. Are you surprised? It's my obsessive compulsive personality disorder. Everything has to be, in a, order. So now you're gonna know which colors come when, aren't you? A sneak peek. You are going to need cardstock that's light or white, 2 pieces of them measuring at 4 by 5 1/4, and designer series paper for the front, which is 4 by 5 1/4. Hello, Julie, nice to see you. Let's get out some stamp sets if you want with multiple components and sayings, and I'll show you why in a minute. You need some coordinating ink. I suggest you get out the garden green, of course. Some tear and tape would be helpful, and the Stampin' trimmer, because you've got lots of little pieces to play with and to, oh dear, who's this? Oh, Indy needs out. Lovely. I forget what I was saying. To score, you need. Your computer's giving you grief. Oh man, not fun. Hi, Julie, and hi, Pat. Okay, so let me get my screen ready here. And I think Kevin is on the phone, which could pose a problem. Okay, I am also going to be focusing on So Sentimental, because that is an upcoming class that I am doing next Monday. It's going to go live. So if this stuff starts to interest you, I would suggest you sign up for that class. That would be so much fun. I'm loving it because they are nice and big sayings, and they kind of cover a lot of your paper, which is kind of good if you don't want to, you know, decorate too much or do too much, if you want a simple card. So just saying, you'll see it lots. Hello, Vicky. I don't think I've met you. Welcome. Where are you from, Vicky? My friend went to the Costco this morning and it was lined up at 9:30. It doesn't even open till 10. Oh, I know. Kevin showed me a picture of people in Calgary here, and they were lined up, oh my, a long ways. All right, so here's my card base. Oh, you have that bundle. Awesome. Card base measuring 4 1/4 by 11, and we're folding that in half. And then we've got this. What I did was I just, you know, took my 8 1/2 by 11 paper, cut this strip, and then I cut this strip, which is 1 3/4 by 11. And you need to score at 2 3/4, 5 1/2, and 8 1/4, or I was lazy and just turned it around and did 2 3/4. That way I didn't have to get out my arm, my trimming arm from Maine. Nice to see you. Thanks for being live this morning, Jen. I'm listening to you while I'm working. It makes me feel relaxed just to hear you stamping away. Aw, thanks, Lisa. It is nice to be here. I really enjoyed all your videos on the weekend. They were nice, kind of surprise. Yesterday's, I know, I love that design. I saw Bruno make it, and I thought, oh, this is fun. And so while you were live, there was a live about the Alberta government doing cutbacks for the doctors here, and they were doing a session. So I was kind of listening to their conversation, but watching your cards. So if you were talking away to me, I didn't hear it, but I definitely did see the lovely cards that you made, which was wonderful. Okay, first step. I think let's go with, maybe we'll do the inside first of all. So what I'm going to do here is I've got 2 pieces of Whisper White. This is where you could have a light color. You could use designer series paper. But the way I'm going to do this is that I'm going to actually stamp on one of the pieces, if that makes sense. Okay, so let's get this glued in here. It's kind of weird that it's going to be going on both sides. Normally you just put it on 1/2, right? But I think it'll help showcase the panels for the W card. I think it'll help it stand out a little. Okay, so I'm going like so. There we are. Now you have this big long piece, which we're going to work on. We're going to make a W, hence the W card. So the very center, which is half, 5 1/2, is going to be pointing up, if that makes sense. We're gonna make ourselves a little mountain. Jen's from the mountains. Let's make a mountain. And then we got a valley. You see the W coming? Okay. So here is our W. So start with the mountain. Mountain in the middle. You're all welcome to come to the mountains and visit me. We have guest suites. We can put you up here if you need a little retreat from your chaos. Okay, so now we're going to get some tear and tape, and we're going to just put it on the ends. And tear and tape, of course, is really good because it's super, super sticky. Now, it's better to go outside of the piece as opposed to not quite enough. So I'm just going to stick this on the end there. Okay, and I'm also going to put tear and tape on this end too. So now let's try and get this one a little bit longer than I did the last go around here. And like I say, it's better to get a little longer because you can always just tuck it back in. So it's important to give it a little burnish. You can use your bone folder, you can use your fingernail, you can use the back of a spoon. I guess it all depends if you have fingernails, right? Oh, let's go. I cut my thumbnails because they were quite wonky. Okay, see how I just tucked that back over? And then here is this side. No, I didn't burnish this side. I should have done it before let's go like this. It just really helps with taking your backing off, actually. Oh, I'm missing my thumbnail. No wonder it was all wrecked and cracked and whatever. I probably use it a lot for my stamping. All right, so making sure you have your W. I'm going to place this a little bit higher than center, I think. Okay, and I will tell you why later on. But you're wanting to line this up with the edge of the card, okay, and give it a good squish. Then just lay that down, and we're just going to close our card and give it a little rub there. Now, of course, if it's hanging out a little bit like that, turn it over. We're in Saskatchewan, and they haven't closed our schools yet. I've kept my kids home today, but guess what? They did close today, the golf courses. Like, who's golfing today, right? Oh, my Lanta. Funny. Yeah, Manitoba's closed, Ontario's closed, Alberta closed just yesterday, the schools. I guess you guys don't have too many cases, do you? Or yesterday, I guess we had a big spike in cases, so maybe that is why. Okay, now remember these little panels I mentioned. So these are actually going to be in Pear Pizzazz. I forgot to mention, the designer series paper I'm going to be using today is Garden Lane. Not one of my favorites, but I'm kind of digging it for this combo, and I have someone in mind to send this to, actually, because they do lots of quilting. So ACC is still open, but not BU. Is BU open? Interesting. But you know what? And I kept telling Kevin this. I'm like, you know, kids are kind of breeding grounds for germs. Since quitting teaching, I have never been so healthy. So, you know, you can teach kids to sneeze in their arm and, you know, not pick your nose and blow your nose. No, BU's closed. Oh my Lord. Oh my. But, you know, they forget. They're learning, right? Or at least university people could, I think they can handle, you know, blowing their nose into a Kleenex and whatnot. But we have 6, but it's still coming, and I'm not waiting until it's serious. We are thinking they will close the schools today or tomorrow. Yeah, it's probably on its way. Okay, so these panels, let me just go back here. 2¼ by 2¾ and you'll need 4 of them. And you're going to end up gluing them kind of in these sections here. Okay, but first, what my plan is to put some of this designer series paper, which I cut. Remember I said to cut 4 of them. Now let's see what combo I got here. And I'm going to put one with white, and that way I can write a little something there. Otherwise, these are measuring 2 by 2½. Okay, so I'm just going to glue those all together. Pride. Some adults are still needing to learn this, right? Oh man. Hi, Kathy. They close the universities here Friday, yeah. Autocorrect. Okay, so I'm just going to glue my snail, these little sections onto here, like so. Did you forget that this garden lane has some garden green in it? And you know, I'm like, why would they call it garden green? And then I look at my plants and I'm like, oh, well, look at that. It actually is kind of the color of leaves. So, leaves on our plants here. Oh, we went to the garden store here yesterday, or on, what day was that? Saturday? No, we went. Did we go yesterday? Saturday. Oh my goodness. I forgot when we went. So it was quite nice. I'm just wondering about stamping something there on here. I think that was my plan, but now I forget what I was going to do there. I'll think about it later. Premier speaking at noon live on this. Okay. Yeah, you know, like I was telling Kevin the other day, I'm like, remember I did my live last week and somebody was talking about no toilet paper, and I'm thinking, what? I hadn't even heard of this until last Monday. And I just think of all of the changes and the updates and the chaos that has ensued in 1 week. Really, has been unbelievable. So, yeah. Okay, here is where I kind of want to place this. So, just kind of put the glue in the center where you think that section will go. Nope, I want this color. And in the center, of course, try and kind of line those guys up as best you can. And then I'll go with a dark green. So of course you can mix and match different patterns. You can have these all different sayings. That's why I was kind of saying that you could have, if you have multiple kind of stamps that kind of go together. Like last week when I did the waterfall card, who was it that, oh, Minnie. I think it was Minnie who did the chicken stamps from last year's celebration. Hi, Peggy. My day is going well. Uh-oh. There? I had a phone call, sorry. Here we go. I forget what I was saying. Hi, Peggy. I don't think I met you. Nice to see you. We are used to preparing for hurricanes, but don't know why people are hoarding the things they are. Yeah, I know. I don't know either. Panels, yes. So mix and match. You could have those chicken stamps on each different panel. So you can stamp and make your own little decorations for the inside, or you can just, use up the DSP. Because really you don't need that big of pieces. So if you have those leftover scraps, use them up. So isn't that cool how this fold goes up and just closes to the perfect card size? So for the front, I kind of wanted to do this designer series paper because of course it goes with our garden green theme. But basically you can decorate the front any way you like. So I thought I would put that down. And of course, because I'm focusing on the So Sentimental kind of bundles and whatnot, I thought, oh, let's add some Pear Pizzazz in on the front, using that framelit that comes with So Sentimental. I'm also going to use this Your Friendship is a Blessing stamp that comes from that. I'm going to just use good old Memento Black. Thanks, Jennifer. That would look cool, putting the garden green strip in the middle and staggering the panels, some higher and some lower. Yes, I did see somebody do that, and it does look pretty neat if you stagger them. So one did high, low, whatever. Yes, that's an option for sure. But I'm going to tell you why I did this little piece a little bit higher a little bit later. Okay, so Your Friendship is a Blessing. What a nice saying. Okay, so here we go. This, of course, little piece is from the So Sentimental Bundle 2. I love the stitching. Oh, it's a juicy ink pad. Guess I pushed a little harder on the end there. But look at can you see the lovely stitching and the lovely little curves around the outside? I think it's so cute. Okay, so should I put this in the middle? Yeah, I think I will. Okay, so I'm just going to glue this piece down. Like so. You could put a strip of white across, I suppose. That would look kind of pretty. And this one I'm going to pop up. Yeah, I like to pop something up on the front. One more. I said hi last week. I'm sorry, during one of your live feeds. I am from Kitchener, Ontario. I love your cards as well as how well you describe how to do them. Oh, thank you. I always think that I do such a horrible job at that. So you kind of made my day, Peggy. Oh. All right, so this piece kind of fits really nicely inside this panel here, like so. And then I had this little piece of mint macaron ribbon, and it was already tied up, so I thought, oh, I think I need to add this somehow. Where? Let's see, maybe in that corner. Yeah, let's put it there. Let's get out my glue dots. Yeah, I don't like to do too many complicated things. If I can't, do it quickly, I don't want to do it. Okay, let's trim those little tails. Like so. I think it needs something right here. So how about some pearls? That'll help tie in that white. I actually looked through the catalogs and was on the hunt for some garden green ribbon because I thought, oh, let's play with that today too. There is only garden green, just in the Country Club Twine combo pack. So that is the only ribbon that is in garden green. Who knew? Ooh, this goldy color might look pretty too. I don't know. Let's keep looking. Oh, there's these two. Remember these they were from the that Christmas set. There's some, no. I'm going with my pearls. I love me some pearls. I haven't used them in a bit, so it is time. Let's see. This is the brand new Take Your Pick tool. Oh. Let's go like, oh sheesh, now I took too much out. Keeps growing and growing and growing. That's a little lost. Oops. Oh my Atlanta. I'm picking up two at the same time. No, it doesn't have sticky. It doesn't have sticky. Pretty subtle, but it'll be there. All right. Too much glue. Too much of this putty stuff. Can you see that? Is that enough? Maybe I could come down the side too. Sure, why not? Right. Go 3. Maybe not. We'll see. Might not work. 2 and 3. So I need one more. Now I'm just going to leave it. Okay. So your friendship is a blessing. Okay. So there's going to be my little outside. How simple, right? Like, it's so easy to fill up an entire card with these dies and the stamps. How simple. Hello, Melissa. Nice to see you. Nancy, hi. So now let's go with the card inside here. What I was thinking is, remember beautiful friendship. So very happy to know you. I love these sayings for friendships. What I was going to do down here is to put so very happy to know you. But you know what? Let's go with I love our beautiful friendship. Oh, unless this is the one that I lost. I think it is. Darn. I did. Bummer. Okay. Anyone else think of a saying that might go with friendship? Today is a day for new beginnings. Hope is the power that makes all things possible. You are the happy to my day. That might be cute. So grateful for someone like you in my life. I think that's the one. And you know what? So this is Country Home, by the way. It has that, oh, I can't see it, just a minute. It has this little piece that almost ties in with this kind of, you know, decorative, can't speak. I think that would look kind of cool with this. So I'm going to use my Pure Pizzazz, and let's go. Let's stamp one. Now, hopefully it's going to go because I do have that panel of paper underneath. Yes, it did. Woohoo! And let's put one up here. Just stamp in both those corners. And let's get out our garden green. You have to use garden greening. Have to. And, or should I do this one in the black? Yes, I'm going to do this one in the black. So grateful to, should I do, okay, so grateful. Oh my Lanta, I'm gonna lose things here. I need help. I'm glad I'm not the only one that loses stamps. Oh my goodness. Yes, I'm not so good at that. Should I use so grateful for someone like you in my life, or you are the happy to my day? And I'm also going to put at the very bottom, so very happy to know you. So grateful for someone like you in my life. So very happy to know you, or you are the happy to my day. So very happy to know you. So should we do grateful or happy for right here? What do you think? I'm gonna do that in black, and I'm gonna do this little, so very happy to know you. So I'll do that while you guys vote. The happy or the grateful? Actually, I'm gonna put it over here. Nice. I've got a grateful, I've got a happy. Oh my goodness, grateful. Happy. I feel a pattern coming on. Grateful, grateful. Oh, we got grateful. Okay, we got grateful. Thank you for your help. I like it. We've got happy. You know what? Let's put the happy one on the envelope. I'll put the happy one on the envelope. I think that would be cute. Okay, I'm going to use my Magenta Black. Let's get that out now. I just want to make sure it's not all funny. So grateful for someone like you in my life. Oh, I love when the ink pads are nice and... Don't like too many happy. It's a tie. Oh, oh. Okay, so what I'm thinking is you could always write to so-and-so. So very happy to know you, blah, 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 and just put, you know, from blah, blah, blah. So you don't really have to write a whole lot. If you do want to write something a lot more, you could always put a whisper white piece or a light color on the back and do your little writing on the back as well, right? But otherwise, isn't that awesome? How simple was that? So that's my plan for that one. And I'm going to do the envelope later on and show you a picture with that. So very happy to know you. And I'll put a little piece, of course, of this same color to either accentuate the flap, probably the flap, and that stamp. Awesome. And like I said, I had never done that W card before, but how easy was that? Simple, simple. Okay, our next card for today is going to be using the Country Club Designer Series paper because it has a lot of garden green in it. That was the first one that I actually picked out because I thought, oh yes, I remember that has tons in it. Okay, so here are my pieces and parts. And I thought, oh, I always like to make some, you know, a possibility of a masculine card. So here's my garden green. I like to use my white journaling marker to write on the darker cardstock. Perfect. Yes, you can do that too. I'm going to case this card today. Oh, wonderful. You're going to have to watch for measurements. Yes, I will have them on my blog today, and I'll try and say them as we go along. Hi, Sonia, by the way. Nice to see you. She posted a list at the beginning. It is at the beginning, yes, but I'll try and remember to say them as we go along. It'll just be a little bit of reinforcement, right? Okay, so this paper. Our first steps, like we started last time. I'm going to decorate all the front cover a little bit later on. But to start this one again, I'm going to use 2 pieces of Whisper White. So this card base is the typical card base measurements, which is 4 1/4 by 11 and folded in half. And of course, these 2 pieces are 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm just going to glue these in. I know, seems a little weird to put the white panel on this side, but I really liked how it popped the panels up a little bit. Okay. Try and make sure they're kind of even all the way across if you can. So there's that. Then there's this strip that is 1 3/4 by 11, and I scored it at 2 3/4, 5 1/2, and 8 1/4. Or if you don't want to stick the arm out, whoop, flip it around and do another 2 3/4 like I did. Okay, and I live in the mountains, so this is how you're going to remember. So the middle gets the mountain fold. Here we're going to make a mountain out of the middle. Okay. And then the other one goes, we're making a W, so that's why it's called a W fold. So there's our W. Start with the mountain, and then away you go. Now we're going to put tear and tape on both sides, just at the top there. But I'm almost wondering, seeing that other card, it almost sits down, doesn't it? Sits that way. So probably if you put a little more, I don't think it would hurt much. Have to go buy your 91-year-old mom's groceries. Have to watch the replay. No worries. Made a simple card with mismatched cardstock. Fun. Well, yeah, you could like use up your little pieces of designer series paper for this, or just even different colors. I'm going to put 2 strips. Let's make sure this is going to stick well. Give it a little rub. And I'm going to put it on the other end as well. So what are you thinking about the garden green? Still have your old favorite, or is this kind of growing on you? Okay, so you have your tape on both ends like so. Now we're going to take that off. Any of that tear and tape is kind of hanging off the edge, just fold it in. And just take it. Now, what sayings was I going to use? Let's celebrate you, congratulations, and this calls for confetti. Okay, so those sayings are pretty small. I'm going to go right in the center this time. So line up your strip with the edge of your card and give it a press. Okay, and then fold it all back up. Take off this tape. And all we're going to do is close the card. Easy. Give it a little rub. And now you have yourself a little W. Isn't that cute? Fun, fun. Okay, so now for pieces, I decided to use Night of Navy. So you need 4 little panels measuring 4 1/4 by 4 3, or no, pardon me, 2 1/4 by 2 3/4. So 4 panels that are going to go here. And of course you can mix and match the panel colors, right? They don't all have to be the same. Let's get them all out here, and we're going to attach the little designer series paper first before I put it right into the card. So these little pieces are going to measure at 2 by 2 1/2. So you'll need 4 of them. Remember how on the last card I left one that was whisper white, so I could, you know, stamp a saying, or have a place to write if you want. But really you can fill them up with all designer series paper. Pick and choose, right? So I think I'll just go in this order, just because that's how it landed. I did not buy the stamp set for this country club. I don't really have a lot of golfers in my life. However, I do have some, but I thought, you know what, there's so many things that you can do with the designer series paper that I just got that. Actually, I didn't buy it. It was one of the freebies at OnStage. So we got a whole pack of paper for free. A perk of OnStage. Perk of being a demonstrator. Just saying, just saying. All right, here's our last little piece to go on the panel. Actually, tomorrow is the maybe not. Is the registration date for On Tour. It's a new thing that Stampin' Up is doing, kind of in some less populated areas. It's going to be like a little convention idea, a little mini one. Okay, So now we're going to just put some glue on the center of that panel, and I'm just going to place it in the middle this time. So just trying to line everything up nice and neat. So I'm excited to do that. I'm going to be heading back to Manitoba. Oh my goodness. Ding dong. See what I did? Okay, let's just leave that one for right now. You can only put glue in the center, not paying attention. Because if you put it outside the center, it's going to glue it right down to the card base. And then your W fold is kind of not going to work so well. Okay, let's pull this up just a little. There we go. Okay, now this one, there are some options. I can put a new back on it. I can attempt, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take this one off. Now, if it doesn't come off willingly, get out your dental floss. You have to play with this now. Yes, yes. I love it when you guys copy these ideas, but make them your own, right? Okay, so I'm going to actually flip these around. Because this one, if it sticks down to the bottom, it's not really going to be that big of a deal, right? Because I said, like, this panel kind of stays down. So we're just going to fix it that way. Get your bossy buddy out for that sticky. Yes, you can do that as well. So your embossing buddy, you can put that, just rub that on, or tap it onto that glue. That was going to be my first fix until I thought of this. Yes, good idea. So here we go. Isn't that neat? And then I was going to put congratulations up here, and let's celebrate you down here. I think that'll go. So I'm going to get my garden green. So I think this card, how I'm going to make it, could be for a birthday, could be a grad card, could be way to go, you did the game, you played the game well, I don't know. Could be all sorts of things. Because I'm making it kind of generic, right? Celebrate you. So like I say, it can be kind of all sorts of different occasions. These, by the way, the congratulations actually came from the free set Sending You Thoughts. Can't get the video to load now. Or baby powder, yes. You give us such good ideas. Oh, thank you. Thank you. So this is the congratulations from Sending You Thoughts. And the Let's Celebrate You comes from Itty Bitty Birthdays. It's kind of, I like this set. Like, it's sure to be a fun day. It's your day. So exciting. Happy day. Those really don't have to be for time to celebrate. Those don't have to be birthdays. It can be all sorts of other things. So there we go. It's a masculine card. So generally, if you don't write too much, who cares, right? So that's going to be my inside. Let's fold this closed. And I'm going to put that, isn't that green perfect for that garden green? I think that side's a little too intense for me, all those little golf carts. Okay, so let's just place this piece of DSP, which is 4 by 5 1/4. And I also had some little pieces cut out here that I thought I would try and use. This is just a piece of Night of Navy to kind of tie in that Night of Navy. Ooh, I could do crooked. Well, if they're a golfer, I don't know. Is that doable? Should we put it off to the side? Nah, let's just go in the middle. We'll just go for it here. Make as we go. There. Okay, here's my little piece from So Sentimental. This is also from So Sentimental. This calls for confetti. I'm going to use my garden green ink for that. Let's see, right in the center. Boom. Okay, so it's not very, very intense, that's for sure. I also cut out some little bits and bobs from the Designer Series paper that I thought I could add to this front piece. Let's take this little strip of Designer Series paper and just angle the edges, the ends, I should say. Let's kind of put this on. Can we go something like, this might go on the envelope. I almost need something in here. I wonder what we could stamp, kind of to give it a little bit of a design. You know what I should have done? Below check. You can always write on the back of the card. Absolutely. Yeah, you can just write on here. You can put a piece of Whisper White. Absolutely. Yes. What should we do on there? Nothing's coming to me right at the moment. Can you think of anything? Sorry, oops. Let's just put her together. Place that kind of as a, like so. Manitoba Health just spoke live. International flights rerouted now from Winnipeg Airport. Yowzers. I'm gonna pop this one up. Yeah, my parents are in BC and they're kind of considering maybe it's time to head home just in case they close the provincial borders too. This calls for confetti. There. And I'm going to pop this little one out here. I'll combine it onto that one. And then let's put this one kind of here to tie all this golfing business in. So all I'm going to need is some glue or dimensionals on this part. Keep my finger there so I remember. And this side we can probably get away with snail because it's already raised right there. So you don't want to add another dimensional, otherwise it's going to be kind of a little lopsided. There. You know, that paper does have golf balls. I wonder if we could cut out a golf ball, or is that too much? Maybe that's too much. Nah. I think it's good. I think it's good. I like it. There's no real rhyme. I don't want to put rhinestones because it might not be good. Look at you. Take those dimensionals off in a roll. Yeah, not an accident. Hope they don't close the provincial borders. Clint comes home Saturday evening. Yes, that sentiment would look nice if you flick some ink from your blend like confetti. Oh, I like it. Good idea. Okay, Probably should have done that before. We don't have garden green. We do have, I believe this is Poppy Parade. Okay. As long as it doesn't look like blood splatter, I'm all good. I'm just going to cover a little bit of this because I don't necessarily want it everywhere, right? Tuck that. Let's see. I've got some, whoopsie. Smart Roz. Roz to the rescue. Okay, that should be good. Okay, here we go. So you just get your watercolor and just gonna go light with the red. Because like I say, sometimes it looks like blood splatter. Not really what I'm going for. I think that's Mango Melody. Or is it crushed curry? Maybe crushed curry. Let's go with that. Crushed curry. No, that's daffodil. That's okay. Daffodil will work. Oh, this end is done. Oops. A little out of control there. Okay, and now I think we need some Native Navy just to tie it all in. Okay, this sticky note is working better than the, I think, working better than just tucking those things in there. I want to think what other DSP has garden green that we're going to use next. Oh, this one might be dead. I used it for the retreat, and I think it's pretty much done. Okay, I think that's enough. Great idea. Oh, I like it. That's fun. Because yes, this calls for confetti. Congratulations. Let's celebrate you. There we go. Cool, hey? They'll get excited over the, oh, what's this? You know, right? Okay, so there's our second card. Let's go on to our last one. Has anyone thought of what designer series paper also has that garden green in it? It is the Lily Impressions, the free paper. So, what time are we at? Already an hour. Oh my goodness, let's move along. So I'm actually going to do garden green and pretty peacock. I don't know. We'll see. See how this goes. All right, so here, now I know I cut one piece of this for white a little. Nope, that's okay. All right, so I'm going to put here. These two are going in the center. So just like we did before, putting our whisper whites in there. But of course, you know, use different colors if you want. Now that you get, you know, why it's there. You could probably use DSP as well, I assume. If you're not planning to really write in there, really, it could be just designer series paper. Last one. Whoa! Let's get this a little straighter before I stick it. There we go, our two insides. Now we've got our strip here. We're making a mountain. Jen loves the mountains, lives in the mountains. So make your mountain in the middle and then pop these up. And of course the measurements will be on my blog later today. So you've got your W for your W fold. You need some Terran tape, which is going to go right at the ends. I think we'll get away with one strip. I did two on the last one. better to have it a little bit longer than too short. So here we go. Give it a little rub with your fingernail and then you can take it off. Oh, I am missing that thumbnail. I tell you. Now, if you have those little pieces that are hanging over the side, just fold them back in. Make sure you do though, because otherwise it's going to be sticking your card together. What am I using here for a stamp? Sending healing hugs. Oh yes, I'm going to do if loving thoughts could heal, and then the bottom part to that. You'd be better already. Okay, so I do want to make sure I have room to stamp up here and to stamp down there. So let's just go straight in the center. So our first space to glue, we're going right along the edge here and stick it down. Okay, and then you're just going to take this off. Make sure all those edges are flipped up and close the card. Give it a rub. Now our bones are ready to assemble here. So like I said, I'm going to use Pretty Peacock. What do you think? It's a little different, but it kind of works. So there's my four panels, and then my cardstock comes from the Lily Impressions paper, which they're all going to be the same this time. So no alternating, no different ones, no whites. We're just going all the same. Ooh, look at that purple. Blackberry Bliss. Beautiful. I was also wondering, you could probably switch up these sizes as well. Might even be able to use the stitch rectangle framelits to cut these pieces out, because it would look really pretty with the stitching on the edge, right? Or ovals might work. Okay, so here's our panels. Let's attach them to the base here. Remembering, hi Alice, Janelle, hello. Remembering just to put glue in the center portion. I forgot last time. And just lay this down like so. What an easy, fun fold, hey? Just simple. But it just, you know, it just looks like it gave it a whole lot more effort to make, right? I love when that happens. It looks like you spent hours and hours creating this fun fold when really you didn't. Wasn't that hard? Okay, so there are our little panels. Cute. Now on the inside, I'm going to put that saying, oh, is it going to fit? I maybe should have placed that a little differently, of course. And of course, I should have done that too. Certainly have to case these cards. Love them. Awesome. I should have done what you said to alternate, shouldn't I? I should have played with that for this one, but you do it and you tell me how it works out. Let's go back to our garden green ink. I think I'm going to just stick with the bottom this time because it's pretty tiny. Man. I wonder, just a minute, I'm going to reposition. And of course, if that doesn't come off so nicely, get your dental floss. How's this one doing? Okay. There. That'll give me a little more room to play with. Loving thoughts could heal. And this comes from that Sending You Thoughts, the free set. Celebration. If loving thoughts could heal. Let's do the same for this end panel. it doesn't come up nicely, just get your dental floss. And let's put this a little higher to kind of match. You'd be better already. There. That's kind of neat. All right, we're ready to decorate. Decorate that front. So first off, I thought that I would put a piece of Whisper White just to make kind of a little bit of a frame in between the garden green and the pretty peacock, because it is a little different color combo wise. And I'm going to put pretty peacock. This one I just left a teeny tiny border of white. Then, remember this? So, you know, on the back of one of the pages, this one is the garden green finger paint look. Hello, Poppy. Holly. Sorry. So there we go. I think I'm going to put it a little bit off-centered to the bottom. And here's that strip. I think I'm gonna, should I put this underneath? Like a little banner. Well, you don't see a whole lot, do you? I want to tie it in from the inside. So let's just put it over top. Okay. Put this one down. Centered to the bottom right hand side. Let's put this one over top here, like a little banner. Let's go a little bit to the bottom, and that goes right across. Then I have this piece of vellum just to kind of calm things down a little, because sometimes that paper can be a little intense for me. Of course, I use the So Sentimental, the framelits, to make this beautiful stitching and whatnot. So here's my thoughts. I have this from the Lovely Lily, and I have this little thing here, and I have this little piece I was going to maybe stick under there, and I was also going to do a little pretty peacock flower. Yeah, I think this is gonna look awesome. Okay, did you know that these Lovely Lily stamps are reversible? So you can get yourself kind of a background image by using the back. Okay, so here we go. I'll show you the kind of what I mean. So I'm gonna stamp off once because I just want the background a little bit lighter. Like so. Now let me get my Simply Chamois, wipe that off. And we're going to just flip this over and stamp the actual outlines of that flower. And of course, if it isn't, it's not going to be perfect because it's probably, no, it's not. Anyways. There we go. And there are the dies to cut it out. I think it's just going to go quicker if I just give it a quick cut. And fussy cutting this one, so just on the other side of the pretty peacock line there. Now you see those little white bits. I'll show you what we can do to kind of fill that in quickly. There. So get out your blender pen. Maybe try just bringing the ink, just try bringing the ink that was already there to the ends. You don't even need to add extra ink. See how that just kind of fills it in a little bit? If it's still not dark enough, of course, you can go back. Just dip your blender pen into the ink. There we go. Okay. Now you've colored those little white spots in. I think I'm going to use Pretty Pea, but it's our focus color. Let's go with Garden Green for the sentiment here. And I'm going to be doing Sending Healing Hugs. Isn't that nice? I was also thinking, like, you can, I love these big words because you can cut them out. You can use them, you know, use whatever sayings you kind of want, right? So you could just do healing hugs, right? Sending healing. You could go over to your well said thoughts. I don't know. There's all sorts of ways you can do things, right? Okay, and this, of course, is a little shape from So Sentimental, and it fits so nicely. Okay, so there's some little white spots, so let's show you how to fix that. Once again with the blender pen. Get out your Garden Green. You like this? Thank you. Just dip it in and just kind of, you know, run the ink along those spots just to kind of help smooth them out a little. And it just makes them a little less noticeable. Okay, I think we're ready to roll here. Now, of course, with vellum, you need to just be careful where you put your glue on the back because it'll show through. So we know that this is going to get put on here. So I can put a little bit down here. I know that this is going to get put up here and kind of flowers and whatnot. So basically if I run some glue in there and kind of just put it in the center, I think we're safe. And if a little shows through, there's always glue dot or little rhinestones you can kind of place in certain spots. Yeah, so it's not going to be totally glued down. I'm not worried about it. Okay, so here is, this is lovely lipstick, by the way, little piece, and I'm just lazy that way, so I am just going to be just putting a little bit of snail here, there, and everywhere along this bottom, like that. Okay, and then I'm going to put Sending Sealing Hug, Healing, Sending Sealing Hugs, yes. Let's pop those up. We haven't heard about the row versus willy-nilly debate in a while, have we? Let's not bring it up. Okay. Just place it kind of over here. Yeah, a little higher maybe. And then of course we have this little piece, Garden Green. There again, I'm just going to put some little bit of snail, like so. And I think this will just kind of finish it off. Adding in that pretty peacock. I'm almost wondering. No, that looks like a peacock. Looks like a peacock's tail. Let's not do that. All right, let's just place this in the center here. I kind of want to do some rhinestones. There is this little hit of yellow right there. So that, let's see where they go. These might look pretty. Ooh, that's from the Christmas, or I do have those. I'm going to use these. And of course you can color up your rhinestones, right? You can color them. You can color your pearls. just willy-nilly. There. There. Okay. So here we go. Here's our little card for today. Easy peasy. So that was that one. This calls for confetti, our little masculine version. With those golf paper. And for our quilting friends, here's our little first one. Isn't that cute? So lots of different little ideas. I'd love for you to try this technique. Where's that screen? That's not what I want. Boop, boop, boop. Yes, I would love for you to give this technique a try. Just so you remember, there is actually the March online classes coming up. I'm going to be using that So Sentimental bundle. It's going to go live next Monday. So you are able to pick up those card kits that I'm going to be using for that. Or Lisa is also doing Dress to Impress. And she's going to be doing that the following Monday, March 30th. So that's when it'll go live. But of course you get to watch the videos for an entire year. So if you don't get the kits on the day that we go live, no worries. So hopefully you'll like to participate in that. Hopefully I showed you some ideas on how to use that So Sentimental bundle and make it kind of the focal point of your card for sure. So if you enjoy watching my videos, I'd appreciate if you could share this video with your friends and family. If you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, the more numbers I get, the more things I can do. So my YouTube channel is The Artsy Fartsy Gallery. Also, you can follow me on Pinterest. These pictures of all my cards that I create go on there. And it is also called The Artsy Fartsy Gallery. You can write a review on Facebook for me if you enjoy watching the videos. That would be great. Of course, all these products are available for purchase. They are current Stampin' Up! Products, so they are all available. If you need a catalog or if you want to check out some upcoming events, you can always contact me as well. If you haven't done so, today's Monday. Yay! Mail it out Monday. So just go before this post on Facebook and there is a challenge. You pick a number between 1 and 10. And if your lucky number is chosen this week, I send you a handmade card in the mail. Who doesn't love happy mail? So thanks for watching, everyone. I hope this has inspired you to give this technique a try. Give Garden Green a try. And of course, if you give this technique a try, show us your pictures. We'd love to see what you make and do with this kind of idea. We love learning from each other, right? So you might do some different ideas than I never would have thought of, and that's how we learn. So I'm excited to see you again. I don't know, not on Wednesday, because Wednesday is our puppy classes. Oh boy. So I won't be here for 4 Cards and Friends, but I am going to try and pop on at a different time. I'm hoping to be on every day, actually, showing you something with the green color of the week. So tomorrow is going to be Granny Apple Green. So if that's one of your favorite colors, pop on. Tomorrow's going to have to be in the afternoon. Pop on and I'm going to show you some different color combinations. There should also be on my Facebook page different color combinations that you can use with Garden Green. So that should already be on there. I pre-posted some things. So thanks everyone. You made my Monday wonderful and I look forward to crafting with you again soon. Bye.